What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Bourbon and Bullshit podcast with some good friends, great drinks, and a little bit of BS. So grab a seat, pour up something neat, and welcome to the show. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Bourbon and Bullshit. This one is a special episode. It is going to be something that nerds have been just hankering for and asking for because, as we all know, nerds have a problem letting go of old things that are no longer as relevant. But Star Wars, I know who you are. This crossover episode is brought to you by
Full Frontal Nerdity.
Yeah, that's right. We brought back the old gang from the Full Frontal Nerdity show. And it's going to be funny because for once I am in charge and I can mute Ken when I want to. And speaking of muting, welcome in, Ken. This is your first time on the show. How are you, buddy?
Hi, I'm old and irrelevant, so that's why nerds can't let go of me. What's up, buddy? Thanks for having me in.
To be clear, it's not old and irrelevant about the show. It's about Star Wars and all that other shit no one wants to fucking move on from. God damn it, get a new trilogy.
They did. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, that's my point. Move on to something else, a new idea.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
For gumdrops on top. And any fucking else.
I'm all about the Wookiee porn. We should just go with Wookiee porn.
It shouldn't be Star Wars anything. Speaking of new hotness, we're going to bring in our youngest team member. Kim, welcome in.
Bro, I forgot what the music sounded like for Full Frontal. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, dude, I totally forgot.
Bro, it was funny because when I was putting it together, I was like, that's a longer intro than mine. And I thought mine was fucking long.
No, dude, I jam out to yours every time.
It's only like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, but that slow build.
So you know what that is, by the way, right?
No, what?
So that's a transformer transforming. Just slow down.
Oh. Yo, dude, we're part of the show we never even knew, bro.
I never knew that shit.
Yo,
it
dude,
took years.
What else haven't you told us?
Yeah. What?
I was DJ Lines in Deceit. Look at you over here, bro.
I was about to say, I feel like this is something we should have talked about at like one of the staff meetings.
I mean, we probably
We had
did.
one staff meeting. We had literally just one.
It was one and it was brilliant.
True.
It was more like just like a debrief.
Hey guys, so from here on out, we can't just say penises, okay?
Well, no. You're the one who said that. Me and Kim were like, we ranked that comment as a micro penis,
We're
sir.
not doing that. We're not doing
Negative.
that yet.
Negative.
Guys.
It's an innie, not an outie.
Oh my, what? This is, what? How long is this?
He's going to kick us out, bro. He's going to kick us out.
We literally got to the 3-minute mark before we went to a weird penis joke.
I mean, I started with Wookiee porn. What do you mean?
I said weird penis joke.
Okay.
Don't fucking start this. Guys, so we wanted to bring everyone back together again and have some fun and reminisce and just be nostalgic for a minute. But because it's my goddamn show, we wanted to make sure that both of the people here today had their drink of the day. And also, this show is brought to you, filmed in front of a live studio audience. My lovely fiance is in the corner telling me that I should hurry the fuck up and stop talking about penises. Love you. So first drink we did was the Dark Side. I'll go ahead and put everything on the comments for the show itself so you know what's in it. But I want to make it for Ken because he loves some version of Star Wars.
I love Star Wars as a whole, but honestly, a lot of it really was what's now Legends, the books, because they did those really well.
You mean the stuff that's not canon anymore?
The stuff that doesn't matter anymore?
Yeah, Disney's like, oh yeah, that stuff doesn't matter. Let's give you this crap.
Is that how they felt about it? They're just
Pretty much.
like, well, we're not. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know enough about Legends. I know that you said it was like the best stuff ever, but
So good.
But the drink of the day here is going to be the Dark Side. It's a blackcurrant, basically old whiskey sour. So, Ken, how do you like your drink since you double fisted?
It's double. I really enjoyed it. So someone else didn't. So I took their drink and I'm on my second one.
I don't like brown alcohol,
Okay.
to be fair.
To be fair, the way she said it out there was worse.
Yes.
Oh my God. No, that is... Mira, soy latina. Cállate la boca que te voy a pegar.
Oh, you see, how many years that we filmed Full Frontal, and you never threatened violence. We are in one Bourbon show.
Whoa, she threatened violence.
That
like,
is untrue.
At
Not
least,
to me.
at least every other
That's
episode.
untrue. That's
100%.
100%. Yes.
Maybe it's because you're Hispanic and I'm Hispanic. I never took it
Yeah,
serious.
you're just like, you just sound like my mom, bro.
Yo, maybe I just zoned that out.
I mean, she
Am I-
literally
am I
pulled a
therapy?
knife out.
I did pay for the therapy. That's
Oh,
true. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
We just wiped your behind.
Oh, God damn it. Men in Black shit.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm glad you liked it, man. I want to make something that fit your whole MO, the dark side, because I don't really like Jedi, and you don't seem like a Luke Skywalker.
I mean, when I was younger, yeah, but I definitely would become Sith at this
It
point.
was like crotchety old man that just get off my lawn.
That actually,
Yard long-
I'm more old Luke than I am young Luke.
Yeah.
just wanna be
like
left the
the
fuck alone.
hermit.
Literally, like I am the get the fuck off my lawn as I drink blue milk.
Dude,
just
I'm
let
just-
it drool.
I'm the
down my
Jar
face.
Jar, bro.
What?
Yeah,
so you're
dude.
secretly a Sith?
No, dude, I'm just like, everyone like is like, please stop talking. I'm like, no.
Not once has someone said that.
I just want to see her do one backflip.
Once.
Just
Dude,
once.
I'm never gonna try to do. I've
Wait,
never tried.
Can you do
the?
the Jar Jar voice one time?
Oh, dude, you know it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm counting
I've
on.
heard her do
Jar
accents
Jar.
before. Nope.
Dude, that was spot on.
Hey, so
That's
one of the
spot
questions
on.
we like asking everyone to come in the show
to do Jar Jar voices.
is what have you been watching, listening, or reading recently? Kevin?
Oh man, so it has been
In one of the shows that I've been on, that's what we like to ask people.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch. I'm doing my Crespo Hundo. Do that every year.
Again?
I
Yeah,
do it
dude,
every
that's
year.
a yearly
A
thing,
yearly
bro.
thing. So I watched all the Oscar movies, and I'm actually curious to see what your favorite was, Kim.
I'm trying to remember what the last Oscars were.
Holdovers, Oppenheimer.
Oh, Oppenheimer. I saw that
Okay.
day of. Yeah.
Poor soul. No, poor
Poor things, and then there was Poor Things, and then there was Past Lives.
Pass. Yeah, and then there was also the one about Nazi Germany, which I can't remember the name of it. That
Oh
was
my
so
god, that
weird.
one was raw. No, that one like.
Which wait, one of the Oscar movies?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
here it's in my Crespo Hundo too. I forget the name right now because it's been
The
a
premise
long
is
day.
basically they're looking at like an Auschwitz, but the German side of it, and people are complaining. You know, like, ah, man, we really need to get this new barber. Like, it's the side of life on the, like they keep showing the wall, and you know what's happening on the other side of the wall, but they're kind of showing the life. You know, people are wives are competing to have the best garden and stuff like that.
Zone of interest.
Zone of interest.
Well, like I think it was just so like horrible, like
Yeah.
to watch, like because it made me like I threw up after watching the movie because it like made me like so uncomfortable because like you never were like face to face with like the atrocities, but like they alluded to it, or you would just hear gunshots in the background,
Or you'd see just smoke.
or like the main family would like go into the river and just like play, and then they just are covered in ash, and that's just all the bodies that have been
Yeah.
burned.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like, and then just like kind of their nonchalance to it all, like oh, blah, blah, blah. Like it would made me sick to my
It was
stomach.
definitely a weird one. But past that, more recently, I watched the movie Argyle.
Oh, but the cat.
Dude, I hear that
Not with
movie's
the
long
cat.
as hell, bro.
There's a cat in it.
Oh, there
Yeah,
is a
dude,
cat. You're right.
yeah.
There is a cat. Sorry.
The
It's like in the
Yeah.
trailer for
It's
like
in every single scene.
Yeah.
It's the damn cat.
That was such a fun movie.
Really?
Like, I did not expect it to be such a fun movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was not the movie I expected at all. And I'm like, this is pretty damn awesome. Along those lines, have you guys seen Hitman on Netflix?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wanted to.
Oh my God, that movie was so good. Like, I just turned it on a whim, and I was like,
Best part is that it was based on true events.
I believe it. Like,
No, it said like it even says it. It's like minus the murder.
Right.
All this really happened.
But like in a Texas Chainsaw type of way, where it's like this is like based on a true story.
No, apparently that's straight up. He
All
was
right.
he was a straight up. He was just an advisor, or whatever, and he just went to this like, oh, I like acting, and basically did it. He ended up
Wow.
marrying that woman. All that minus the murder. All of that
minus
happened.
the murder, just a minor thing.
Yeah,
Minus
just
the
a minor thing.
murder.
a couple more I'll put on. Godzilla -1.
Yes, I love Godzilla
How
minus
was
one.
That is if you like old school Godzilla movies,
Okay.
perfection. And it was only done for like 15 or 50 million.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It shows when you give your CGI team time to work on a project instead of rushing them like they do with Marvel movies. Even on a small budget, you can make it look fantastic.
To be fair, I
Fantastic.
don't hate Marvel movie CGI. The Flash is the worst CGI I've seen in a movie in a long year.
Fair.
I heard so many people trash talk the CGI on that, and I was like, it can't be that. Oh no, it was that.
He was
bad.
like a 6-year-old got Adobe Photoshop. I'm
Yeah.
like, I got this.
And then they try to sell it like, no, that's because he's in the time, the Speed Force, and so
Because-
everything looks weird in the Speed Force. No,
You have no money.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like in the X-Men back in the day, they had like people going fast and it looked so much better like 20 years ago.
100%.
Quicksilver scene to this
yeah.
day.
Yeah. One other I'll mention. I don't want to get too old Oscar movie, The Whale. With Brendan Fraser.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Solid movie, but damn, I had to watch like 3 hours of Family Guy afterwards as a palate cleanser. Like it was
Dude.
deep.
I remember a bunch of people got pissed about that movie, and it was overweight actors that are like, why didn't they cast someone who's actually overweight and et cetera, blah, blah. I'm like, everyone auditioned, like he got the role, like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
acted his ass off. Like
Yeah.
that's not fair to take it away from him.
He did an amazing job, but
Yeah.
God, that was like an emotional just
I saw
gut
that
punch.
in theaters. I saw that in theaters. I went to the AMC in
Don't
Disney
worry.
Springs.
Don't you ruin the ending. I haven't
No,
seen
no,
it.
I'm not going to ruin the ending.
No.
But toward the end, I'm not saying what's happening in the plot. So it's like obviously it's toward the end, so you know things are like really happening.
Yeah.
The worker turned on the lights for the theater, and all I did was scream "No!" and they turned it back down. I did not drive 30 minutes for you to turn on the lights at the end of the movie. I am sorry,
I
I did
am
not.
dying because I can imagine it. I go, oh shit, I fucked up. I just back it away slowly.
When it's probably some
You scared
60-year-old
the shit
kid.
of some 16-year-old.
Yeah. Who's like, nope, not dealing with that.
No, he straight up was like, I'm not even going to be the person who cleans up. Jeff, can you clean in here? Because that lady
Like,
just
I'm
yelled at
never
me.
like that, but like, you're gonna tell me you don't see the movies playing right now, bro.
You see he's finished? He's not done.
That man is acting right now.
And I got two more honorable mentions that I've been watching over the last, this year, but I think were really good.
Okay.
The Weird Al movie.
I love that movie.
I have a friend
It
who
was
worked
so
on that movie.
So-
really.
And I love the fact that nothing in that movie is real.
So you want to know who the friend who worked on that movie?
Sure. Yeah.
The guy who made the intro.
Oh, nice.
Tony Stolis.
Oh my God.
He actually worked on that. He did the sound mixing. He worked with Weird Al.
That's
he
amazing.
Did almost all the sound editing and all that from that movie. And he's the guy who did all our music.
Nice.
He got
Wow.
an Emmy for that.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
Bourbon.
Yeah, Bourbon and Bullshit's intro, that soundboard, all my intro, outro, he did.
Are you serious?
He's the guy who did that.
Nice.
That's insane.
Movie. Yeah, I didn't ever tell people that very often, but yeah, he's worked on that. He's worked on projects with Chris Rock, with Anna Kendrick.
Yo,
He's
dude.
worked with a couple of people. Yeah,
Anna
he worked on
Kendrick.
a couple things, and he's like, yeah, whatever the fuck you need.
Yo,
Remember that?
bro.
You know that episode of with Billy Maskers from the Courtesy that you're like the sound is
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
He did the sound mixing.
That sound was like pristine. It sounded like it was in a studio, even though it wasn't.
Yeah,
I was so impressed.
That was in a bar. I don't know.
Dude,
what's
I would
weird
be
feedback
going
is.
into like Home Depot and stuff and telling people that, man.
No, I'm not telling anybody that because someone's gonna be like, "Oh, then you're sure,
But I was
think
15,
you're fancy, huh?"
I was like 15 minutes into that movie before I realized that it was all fake, and I was like, "Man, this is pretty extreme." And then they started going like way over the top, and I'm like,
Like 10 minutes in, his dad's like kicking a guy's ass.
"Well, right." And I was like, "Dude,
But like for selling Weird Al an accordion.
here's the thing. It could have been that dad is like, the super military dad that's like, you are not going to,
But
whatever."
you thought like he was getting in trouble for having Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah. I mean, there are weird parents out there. But then I'm like I said, it was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm like, all right, like how much of this is real? And then I read it, they were like maybe 1% of the movie is real. And I'm like,
Yeah, like his name is Weird
Yeah.
Al. He plays an accordion.
right. And then the last one, the last honorable mention, the new Haunted Mansion.
I heard that was terrible.
I really liked it. It fits the Disney, like the ride, much better than that Eddie Murphy one.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
it was cute. I mean, it's not a great movie. It's not like something we'll watch all the time. It's no Moana, but you know what I mean? Like, it's,
What can I say? But you're welcome.
yeah. I don't know. I really liked it. Maybe some people didn't, but I really
Moana?
liked it. No, well, obviously.
I was like, I like Moana. No, I heard it was trash, but there's always everyone's a critic, bro. You can't keep everyone happy.
Also, the director has done good things. Like there was like this movie he did back when I was like in college called Dear White People. That is so
Oh, yeah,
good.
yeah.
I actually like
So
that movie. a
that's
lot.
the same director, and I only found that out recently because he was on a podcast I listened to about movies, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm coming out." Like it was a very old episode. He's like, "Yeah, I'm working on this Haunted Mansion movie."
Yeah.
And I was like,
he'll
"Yeah."
he's coming on next week.
I just like I said, I like the fact that they tied in most of the things of the.
He's so mad at me. When
Stop! Oh my god!
I just like they tied in most of the things from the ride, and they made it make sense.
And then they have Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, there was, but he was only
Was
in
he
there for
on
like
that?
he's only in there
He's
for
a
like
Hatbox
5
Ghost.
minutes at the end. Well, he's in it, but you don't see him.
That's his presence.
I just want us to be clear. How long ago since we've done Full Frontal?
June or July of 2022.
Yeah, so we still hate Jared Leto as an actor.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
Like 2 years
Yeah,
later.
dude, 100%.
My hate isn't her level of hate, but he's not a good actor.
He's not. He's not.
I mean, he used to be, and then he no.
Why is
In
he-
Fight Club, he's
yeah.
good. Requiem for a Dream, he's good. Mr. Nobody, he's good.
Okay.
And then he like got really full of himself.
All right, but Fight Club, what do you have? Like he's like, hi.
Yeah, to be
Okay,
fair, he
but then
wasn't much
Requiem
in
for a
Fight Club.
Dream.
Yeah, he was
he,
great.
he
Yeah,
had
no,
some
I'll
good
give you
stuff.
that. But
give him
Fight Club,
Requiem.
he was in it. He just
He
didn't
just
do
got
Yeah.
like beat up. really
Meatloaf
bad.
did more than him.
I mean, his name was Robert Paulson.
and he had sweet old titties.
You just have to watch that movie alone, don't you?
All right, so Kim.
All right, so
Oh wait, I do want to bring up that since you didn't get this drink of the day, you ended up getting your own gin cocktail.
bro, this was so good.
So for anyone listening at home, we gave it the classic Pink Lady. It is
So
a gin
good.
cocktail with apple brandy, gin, lemon juice, grenadine, and shaken into a coupe glass. So you got the one drink off menu.
Yeah, yeah. I like clear alcohol,
Bougie.
and it's so good. So
glad.
good. Thank you.
How many
refreshing.
penises would you rank it?
12 out of 10.
That was
12 out of 10. That's bigger than it used to be. Like it was 1 through 5. Then there was the big black penis.
What the fuck?
That was like the super one, like the micro penis.
Is there a shirt for this? Did
But
we
I
never
feel like
the shirt?
now, just because of pop culture, we also have to do the the hot tub. Or
I only
that meme is pissing me off
I
so much.
only looked up the meme because Ken posted on the Full Frontal group, I'm tired of seeing this meme. So I'm like, what meme? So then I had to look it up. I had to go on Urban Dictionary, like an old person, and
I was about
look
to say,
up.
how old are you now?
Dude, I'm 30.
I hate you so much.
My bones clicked when I laughed at that. Like,
Yo, dude, no. My bones have been clicking for like 15 years, bro.
so, Kim,
I
what
have
you
silverware older than you. Like
You need to get new silverware. Like, I'm more concerned that
So
you need
if you guys
a
would,
shot.
if you guys would like to donate for silverware for Ken, please dial
Is it rusted?
for just
No.
$5 a day.
Is that? Do you have lockjaw?
I mean, yes, but that's for other reasons.
It's just like
It's a hot tool.
it's a rusty nail. He just stabbed it.
Spit on it.
He's just eating a fucking steak with rusty forks. He's like, "This is still good.
No,
It still stabs."
If you spit on it, then you don't have to. Never mind.
I'm going to fight you. I'm going to. Kim, what have you been watching, reading, or playing recently? For the love of God!
All right. So watching wise, I do the
Crest
Hundo every year, but this year I've been like really slowed down because I've had like so medical issue after medical issue. It's just been like kicking my ass. So I've been like, I'm only on 22, so I'm like super behind. This is the most behind I've ever been. I don't think I'm gonna make it this
You will.
year. But the most recent thing I watched was Starship Troopers for the first time. I'd never seen it.
How does that hold up
Hold
20 years
Well,
later?
really good. Yes, there's others.
Oh yeah, you don't. Okay,
So let her go. But what did you think?
Phenomenal. Loved it.
Because I know that
Loved
we
it.
said like Ken and I talked about it before. Where movies don't necessarily always hold up.
I disagree with
not this one.
you know-
Not
no,
this one.
no.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying in general, old
Yeah.
movies don't always hold up. But that's the one I think always holds up.
So good. So good.
so if you want to keep enjoying it, maybe don't watch 2 and 3.
All
Now
right.
That's what we were
there
gonna
is
say.
an anime version of it.
That's the other thing.
That was actually decent.
So if you actually want to enjoy the whole series, never go past.
You
this.
know, it was a book too from like the 50s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So like, I was like, no, all right.
they have video. I'm playing the video game right now.
So so what did you think about seeing those actors young?
Oh my god!
Neil
It was
Patrick
like
Harris.
everyone. I was like, everyone was in that movie, bro. Everyone. It just kept blowing my mind. It was just like, and the aliens were super cute. You know.
What? I'm not gonna lie. It makes me smile that you actually liked it that much.
Oh
So
no!
you wanna know how old
Not
the
just
movie
liked
is?
it, loved it.
You want to know how old the movie is?
Like 96,
97.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was 3, bro.
Yeah, you were barely a thought.
No, man. When
They
I
would
was
forget
3,
you sometimes
when
in
I was
part-
3, I went to go see Titanic in theaters.
The fuck were you explore? What did you remember that?
Yes, we went to like an 11 p.m. showing.
No wonder you like movies. You came out the womb watching theater.
Oh, you said movies.
Yes.
I thought you said something else. All right.
Movies? I can't stand you. Okay. What's the next thing you
Also watched Dumb Money, that Paul Dano movie about like remember the people who did the GameStop?
Oh, yeah.
Suck?
Yeah.
It was all right. I mean, like it was fun, like for like a one-time watch. Like I didn't feel like I wasted my time, but
It's just
it
like
was all
Paul
right.
Dano a lot.
Yeah. So it was just a fun time to see Paul Dano, but I mean, like it's an all right movie. And I watched the OG Planet of the Apes for the first time.
Wait, OG?
Yeah, Charlton
Charlton
Heston.
Heston.
Charlton
Oh,
Heston.
shit.
How does that hold up?
Really well. Like you'd surprise like the points they were making in the movie that they were making back in the day,
Yeah.
because they're like really going after like religion and stuff like that. It's like I wouldn't expect that from like a movie back then, but it was so good. Like, and even knowing like obviously you can't like not know the twist,
Yeah.
but like even knowing that, like it doesn't ruin it.
It's our planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But book wise, I'm still reading Oppenheimer. Like it's American Prometheus, which is about Oppenheimer, the making of the bomb, and then the political fallout of the making of the bomb and like how it ruined international relations. Yeah. So I'm reading that while simultaneously reading the illustrative guide of the Twilight Saga.
All right, guys, it's been fun. I have to go. There's this thing I have to go do.
What's an illustrative guide of the Twilight Saga? What are they guiding? Is it all sparkles?
Well, it's like
Do you open the book and glitter?
Well,
falls
it's
out?
like here, like first it starts off with a 40-page interview with Stephanie Meyer. So then I read that, and then it starts like it's an encyclopedia. Like it's basically like Lord of the Rings, like how they have their.
Oh, you're talking about the Silmarillion.
Yeah. It's like that, but for Twilight.
I can't stand that. That made it depressed.
Dude, I love it.
What?
My husband got it for me for our anniversary, and I was like, I'm so happy.
So
I'm mad that you're happy about that. I'm upset that you're
He
happy.
got me a Twilight shirt for Christmas. It's great.
it's
I
not
love
my
it.
thing, but the same token is everyone has that thing that like other people hate. So I'm like,
Am I the biggest hater at this table? I hate one thing from each of y'all.
oh,
Star
you hate
Wars.
Harry Potter?
I don't hate Harry Potter. I just
You
think it's boring
literally,
as
you
shit.
literally said Dobby deserved it.
You did say that.
That was just a troll. I just fall asleep at Harry Potter.
Yo, dude, when I saw that movie, like the part 1 in theaters, and Dobby was like dying, this dude who had clearly never seen Harry Potter before, like screamed out, "What is that thing?" And we're
So-
all sobbing, and we're like, "Dude, why?"
So this made me think.
I love the fact that he said that.
So I'm
Are you
playing.
sure that was me?
I'm playing the game Hogwarts Legacy, which is also, if you like Harry Potter, it's a fantastic game. I'm on my 4th playthrough because you play each house.
Are you doing each house?
Yeah, so I'm on my last playthrough playing Ravenclaw, but there's a part of the game where you get to free a house elf, and I was like, and in my head I go, every time I'm like, Arthur's not going to free him. Like
I'm not freeing Dobby.
he would have been the one that'd be like, nah, you're still my slave. Like you have to work for me.
Whoa.
That's what they are.
Oh my
Is
god,
that what those
Arthur.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're slaves.
Oh,
yes.
fuck that. Free them all.
Yeah, they're straight up slaves.
Like
yeah.
I did it one time so I played my playthrough of Slytherin.
I don't know enough about Harry
want-
Potter. Why is there
yeah.
slavery in Harry Potter?
Well, it's like so ridiculous because in the books they really get into it. In the movies
yeah.
they really don't.
Is this Power
But-
World
no,
type
no,
of shit?
No, like
dude.
so Hermione, there's a whole part
Yeah,
like in
she
2 or
does
3 books where
spew.
she's leading like the
The movement to free
movement
households.
to freedom. Like this
And
is
everyone's like,
slavery.
"That's stupid. Let them be slaves." Straight up,
Yeah.
straight up. And Hermione's like, "What are you guys talking about? We need to free them." Everyone's like, "No."
And no one felt that this was problematic at the time that those books were released?
Yes, I mean, but
Okay, so none of you... No, don't be quiet now, Kim.
I was 8. I was 8. Looking back,
You watched Titanic at 3. You should have understood slavery is wrong at 8.
I did not know how to pronounce my mother's own name when I was 8. To
You
be
watched
fair,
Titanic at 3.
and I didn't know how to pronounce my mother's name until
You knew how that she wanted to be painted like a French woman at 3.
bro. To be fair,
that was actually Kim's first sentence.
to be fair.
A lot of people got arrested.
I was
because
just
of that.
a kid, and I didn't realize straight up that it was like slavery.
I'm fucking with you.
And I think
Straight, no, but let the record show.
and I'm pretty sure that's
Let
why
the
they
record show I did not understand slavery at 8.
I'm pretty sure that's why they took it out of the movie, is because it was like an issue that they were like, yeah, we don't want
I
to
mean,
touch
now
this.
that I'm thinking about the imagery of that house elf, that looks real slavery.
Yeah, dude, like the
Right, that's-
reason like Ron and Hermione finally kiss in the books, not
of
in the
slavery?
movies, is because he's like, this whole time he's like super anti-house elves, super. And then he's like, maybe we should think about the house elves while Hogwarts is getting attacked. And Hermione is like, oh, Ron, and she kisses him
Because he wants to free the slaves?
because like finally he's like being decent.
Because he went Abe Lincoln suddenly, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh, finally.
Yeah,
That's all it took.
that's all it took.
Hey, maybe we should think about the slaves that are back there. She's like,
Yeah.
oh,
No.
this is the perfect time to make out is
No.
because they're okay.
But the elves at Hogwarts, for the most part, they were all free.
But he did think about them for a
Right.
moment, and that's when they kissed.
But that's why, like,
I'm sorry. These seems like really dangerously low
yeah, dude.
standards for
yeah,
a
dude.
kiss.
That's like the standards I had for my first boyfriend.
All she said was, you thought one decent thought, and this is it. This is it. That's all I need from you.
Yeah, dude. Like for example, for my first
I mean, he
boyfriend,
does
I was
do
like, he
more.
gave me a
I
hug once,
understand,
bro. All
but
right.
it took the one halfway decent thought. Hey, there might be some slaves we need to go take care of.
what? But once again, at
like-
Hogwarts, they weren't slaves. No, they weren't.
Did they get paid?
Yeah.
They were
Were they free to
had,
leave when
like,
they wanted
Yes.
to?
They had like Stockholm syndrome in the movies. They're like, no, we love being slaves, because
Well-
like one got freed and was like depressed about it.
So we're
Winky.
Winky, yeah.
We're gonna move on.
I knew. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 like crazy. I am staying up till like 4 a.m. playing this game all the time.
on PC.
No, dude, I don't play PC because I work on a PC, so like I can't like mentally. It's just boring to me to like play on a PC. So I've been doing it on PS5, and I'm playing as a tiefling monk, which is underrated. Monks are
broken.
underrated.
Monks are broken.
OP, OP. I do like 60 in damage easy.
I gotta get back into gaming. with
Yeah,
my
dude.
friends.
So I've been playing that like crazy. I accidentally did a genocide though, so that kind of sucked.
Kim, I'm just saying right now, you're not starting hot. You said you were okay with slavery at 8. You did a genocide inadvertently.
No, here's what
You were
happened.
so focused on a genocide till 4 a.m. You
Don't
wanted to make
forget,
sure-
at 3 years old, she was also being painted like a French girl.
There's a lot of things I need to talk
No,
to you about.
here's what happened.
Hey guys, welcome to
So-
Bourbon and Therapy.
So there are two groups in Act 1. The tieflings and the druids, they're fighting, right?
Yeah, I remember this.
And I accidentally started a war between them, and then all of the druids died. All of them. And I did not mean for that to happen.
To be fair, in this game, I also tossed a midget off of a.
Oh, I don't.
Off the.
You mean a small person?
a dwarf.
Yeah. Don't go after me, bro.
I apologize.
Don't go after me, bro.
I threw a dwarf.
But like, bro,
Wait, like, okay, like little person dwarf or like I like to mine, like digging in a.
No, like a little person dwarf was attached to like a catapult thing.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I
I
pressed the wrong
accidentally
button
did- yeah,
and it
me too.
tossed the
I was just
Me
making
too.
when you say the
He-
word
no, he's
dwarf,
like
I'm like,
on the-
I mean, you're
he
talking
goes, like,
D&D, so like
spinning
dwarves are
on
a
a-
race.
He goes
That's what I'm like.
spinning in a windmill and just thrown.
Anything else that we've been watching, reading, or doing?
No, but I'm almost done with the game, and I've made some decisions that are questionable at best.
Just for the sake of the table, do you end up finding more fun playing a game evil or good?
I can't play evil. I feel bad.
So I play it both ways, depending on the game. Like, so
It's 2024. I'm not judging you. Okay.
yeah, I go both ways. Anyways, but like
Pride month.
Fallout.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Fallout, I'll go like super good, and then the next time I'll play it in like Fallout 3, Nuketown. Oh, that bad.
Well, don't you feel mean?
Yeah, but that's the point.
No, they have feelings.
So I am the person who lives like I play a game through like a really random code. Like
Yeah.
I would decide how my character's going to play. So from here on out, anyone who's a dick, I'm killing them immediately. That could be that is my goal for the rest of the
Yeah.
game. Anytime someone is rude to me, I'm killing them. I don't care what it does.
Yeah.
People are like, don't talk to people. It's like if he's a dick, I'm stabbing. Stab it. I was just curious. Anything else that you got going?
No, dude, really, that's been taking up the vast majority of my time. I've put in a good chunk of time in that.
Cool.
I will add that is the one disappointing part of Hogwarts. So when I played as Slytherin, I chose all like the dick responses. Doesn't really change the story.
That's our figured.
Like all it does is like you're supposed to do something for someone. You're like, yeah, I'm actually going to give that back to you, and they're like, So when they see you in the hallways, they're like, you're a jerk. But it doesn't change anything. You still get the reward. You still get everything. But now you own this
sounds
family heirloom.
That sounds like everyone who's a dick in real life.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's true to real life,
Yeah.
is what it is.
I mean, like that being funny, like, but that sounds
Yeah.
like the game didn't have as much depth as everything else.
Other than there are some differences between each house, but I really wish it was more different.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's only like a little bit. Like there's some differences, but not a lot.
yeah, I want more depth in my games. I like Baldur's Gate. I like shit like
Baldur's
that, 'cause
Gate's
the whole
good.
fucking game changes everything.
Yeah.
I don't like being mean though.
I like being
I
mean.
didn't want to do a genocide.
If someone is a dick, I'm killing them.
Yeah.
Speaking of being a dick, so the show I've been watching is The Boys.
Oh,
Back
I
on-
haven't
yeah.
seen the new season
Yeah,
yet.
New season dropped 3 episodes in a row, like a fucking tease. Because I was hoping, like, oh, they dropped the whole fucking
Yeah.
thing. I was like, let's go. So Rosanna, I love the fact that she has a better memory than me when it comes to like what's coming out.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot. She's like, oh, The Boys. Like, she didn't even say anything. She just put it on while we're eating dinner. I was like,
And
oh,
that's
yeah.
why you're marrying her.
100%. That's the only reason, because she has a better memory than me.
Oh my God.
No, but we were watching like The Boys. Just back at it again, bro. And I feel like there's one thing that is quietly being addressed is that The Boys is casting everyone that used to be in Supernatural.
Yes.
Everyone who used to be, because Supernatural, the show, phenomenal actors. I'm not mad that they're
Yeah.
picking these people, but I'm like, hold the fuck up. It's like, I know a guy for this role.
Yeah.
Like, they brought in Soldier Boy, or the guy
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
now
And now
running
the
for
other one's
president.
coming in.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in. And there's theories that...
Sam
they
is
already,
coming
they already
in.
announced that Jared
Padalecki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming in, but there was like a joking theory that he is actually Black Noir, like in the costume.
Oh.
There's a working theory because you don't know who it is.
Right.
They hired a super to play. He's obviously a super.
Yeah.
And he's being like, but yeah, there's the like Viking looking dude that they're gonna supposedly he's gonna be. But there's the running joke or running theory
Yeah.
that he's already on the show.
Wait,
That'd be
I thought they did a
hilarious.
flashback in one of the earlier seasons of Black Noir. Like, they actually see his face.
They
I don't
killed
remember.
Black Noir.
You're right.
They
Okay.
killed Black
Yep.
Noir. So yeah, that guy doesn't matter. And then they suddenly Black Noir is back and
Yeah.
he's talking, and there's the running theory that Sam
Okay, yep,
is in there, which I would love to fucking see in real
That'd
life.
be so funny.
It would be great. He just like takes it off. He's like, you know what? I'm done. It was like, motherfucker. Like,
Did you ever finish Supernatural?
no, because it kept going.
I got to like 7 or 8 seasons, and then I'm on a break because it just kept. It
I
just
tapped out season 10. Once they started doing the angel stuff constantly, I'm
look,
like,
I
done.
loved Supernatural.
Yeah.
I love, and there's gonna be friends that are listening to this right now. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I wanted it to be done. I know it's done now, but it's so I'm so far behind that now I would have to watch every episode from beginning to end.
Season 5 was the best way they could have finished it. If they didn't
think
have
so
like
as well.
Sam standing in
Yeah.
the back, like peering through the window, that would have been a perfect spot to end it.
And I have no idea what you're referring to because it's so long ago
Fair.
that I have no idea what scene you're talking about.
Fair.
I tapped on, it's like season 4. And then I was like, no, I can't keep doing this. I'll wait till it's done. And it's like, oh, we're not done.
No, dude.
Oh, we're not done.
No,
What is
bro.
it? 11 seasons or something?
no, it's like
12, 13?
Fuck.
no,
Yeah.
it's like 15 or 16.
Oh,
Well,
my
bro,
God.
I'm looking that up right now. But that's nuts.
Because I waited till they finished it. Now, it might be 15, and then they split it into 2 seasons because that's what they do.
15.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
So
how many
I
years
am
ago?
behind 5 seasons.
I'm behind like
I'm behind 10.
8 or
That's
9.
insane.
Yeah, I can't. So, but we've been watching The Boys, and obviously, I love everything about The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Except the only thing that people keep bringing up, and I'm upset, not upset, but I'm frustrated with it, that Mother's Milk, he got really skinny, and people were like, oh, he's on Ozempic and all this stuff. The character just looks substantially different in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
And he doesn't add as much, like, he used to be like a presence,
Yeah.
and now he just doesn't carry it as much. But I'm like, shut the fuck up. For all we know, he's not doing well physically.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chadwick Boseman. Like,
That's exactly who I thought of. But I hate the internet trolls.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh my God, like this is like oat milk. I was like, bro, come on, man. Like, it's funny, but it's not okay. It's funny, but it's not okay. Like, you see?
That-
You see the face?
they did phrase that well, though.
Like,
Shouldn't say it. Shouldn't say it.
Shouldn't say
but
it.
I will give you, like, a point.
I'll give you a point. It was funny, but let's make sure dude's okay.
Yeah,
And if he's
yeah.
like, no, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I just
Yeah.
haven't been lifting weights. Okay, now we'll call
Yeah,
you oat
dude.
milk or skin milk. Whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want to call
almond
it.
milk.
2%.
2%. But fuck, and a beard is really something he should bring back. But the show Homelander always knocks it out the park.
Oh, yeah.
And we were my roommate David and I were talking about the fact that now that actor he
You
even
have a
said,
roommate?
yeah, in the other room.
No, dude, that's a lie.
But we were talking
does.
about how the guy who plays Homelander has done too good of a job.
Yeah.
And in real life, he says people treat the actor says people are surprised I'm not like Homelander.
It's like the Joffrey effect.
Yes. Well, yes, it is exactly that. He says now he's typecast to only be the bad guy and shit.
That sucks.
What's also the guy, and he was able to break out of it, but the guy from Reacher, because he played Tad.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Thad, whatever in Blue Mountain.
But it's easy for him to do that because he's massive.
Right,
Yeah.
but he played such a dumbass, and it was like people were like, "I love him like that," and he's like, it's hard to get other roles because everyone pictures me as this.
Well, that's what they're doing with Giancarlo Esposito. Like he's like keeps getting the same like type of role as Gus, like in Breaking Bad. Like they keep giving him that role.
Yeah, exactly. But he's always a bad guy.
Yeah.
But Anthony Starr, that's Homelander's real actor name, and everything he's done since, he's been in like 2 horror movies.
Yeah.
He's only been playing bad guys now, and he's like, yeah. When people see me in real life, I'm like, oh, you're not a dick, you're not a narcissist piece of shit. He's like, yeah, I'm an actor. Like
I'm doing my job.
I'm okay. Fuck you too. But great. I'm glad that they're back. I think Soldier Boy was one of the best things from last season.
Oh,
so
100%.
I'm trying to see how they could top Soldier Boy. And what's cool is that the girl who plays Firecracker, who's Starlight like Nemesis, like apparently she's been in a bunch of shit and I didn't recognize her. So I'll look.
Well, she's someone's voice actor. In Detroit Become Human, I think she's like the main character's voice actor.
Okay.
Really? Her name is Valerie Curry, and apparently she's been in a bunch of shit. I just don't recognize her because of what she's doing here. She's been in Kara, The Tick, The Lost, The Following, American. She's been in a bunch of shit. Never recognized her. She's in the Blair Witch movie in 2016. This Twilight Saga. She's in that.
Whoa! Who's she playing in?
I don't know.
Oh,
she's in multiple
What's her
Twilight
name?
movies. Her name is. I just said it. It's Valerie Curry.
Bro, you think
Valerie
when someone
Curry.
tells me a name, it's immediately gone.
It's Valerie Curry, and she's been in a bunch. She's apparently in like 3 Twilight movies.
My girl.
So apparently she's been in a bunch of shit. Never seen her ever in my life. But aside from that, so you guys know when you're in a relationship, right? And like you want to spend time with your significant other, and she has some shit on the TV. Just like in 2022, whatever my fiance is watching some shit, and I just lay down and watch stuff with her. I was like, I'm invested.
Yeah.
The thing I'm invested in that I hate that I'm invested in is the show Perfect Match.
What's Perfect Match?
Perfect Match is when they bring in a bunch of singles from other reality TV shows, Netflix based typically.
It's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, kind of. But you're finding they're here to find their perfect match, and they could choose every night or at the end of like, do you want to match with me? It's like Survivor for couples.
Yeah.
If you're matching, we're exploring this relationship and we're going to keep trying to match, but they're purposely trying to get people to hate each other, not date or whatever, because there's going to be a couple that wins like their boardroom and they get to send 2 people on a date. So you could try to break up the perfect couple because the goal is to win.
You just shank them?
No, kind of. The goal is to win perfect match. So if you're like, this couple's too good together, I'm going to send her on a date with her
how do
type.
they get like, how do you decide who's the perfect match?
That's where it's fucked up. Everyone who didn't get matched on the show is your jury. At the end of the show, everyone you've rejected, everyone you stopped dating, everyone that you were a dick to and didn't get matched with, gets to hear every couple say their story of why they think they're the perfect match, and at the end, everyone votes.
So, so this makes me think of Big Brother.
Kind of like that, but for couples.
Big Brother, they were more. Most of the time, they were more objective. Some people were just like, "Fuck Arthur. No matter what, I'm not voting for Arthur," and I get that. But sometimes people are like, "Yo, Arthur was a complete asshole with the way he played this game. However, it's also brilliant the way he played this game. Like, he told me that his wife had just died and he has 2 kids at home and all this. Meanwhile, no, he's single. Like, he's single, has nothing going on. Like,
no. So no, these people, what they do is like so let's say I match with Rosanna and Kim, and Kim says, "Hey, fuck that. I'm gonna break up this perfect couple because I don't want that to win."
I will not do that.
A person,
Rosanna hates dogs.
Person B, person B says, "I'm gonna break up this couple," and they're gonna send Rosanna on a date with like this statuesque, gorgeous guy, and hope that they break up me and her in order to vote me out or whatever the fuck. So it's like very strategic and stupid. But it's just, I'm now invested where I'm sitting there like, this motherfucker is a piece of shit. He's lying. You saw him lie. And I'm like, why do I care? I did a fucking 5-minute monologue about why he's a piece of shit. And Rosanna's like, I should have recorded that. I was like, I wish you did. And send it to that motherfucker because he's a piece of shit. Like, he's a piece of shit.
That's what's crazy about some of these like trash reality shows is you don't, next thing you know, you're like, you are so invested.
Oh my God. I've never watched trash TV until we watch Naked and Afraid. You guys know Naked and Afraid, right?
That's me every weekend.
Yo, dude. Oh my God.
For those of you at home,
but
he's
you know
naked
Naked
right
and Afraid, right?
Yeah.
They did Naked and Afraid of Love. So they're on an island.
Yeah.
It's on HBO. They're on an island and they're naked and it's like a dating show. And then they have the reunion episode, and you know when that reunion episode happens, it goes down. My husband, and my mother-in-law were all seated there screaming at the TV. Y'all need to watch it. Underrated. No one talks about it.
Did you watch the episode? And this is going back like probably 5-10 years ago, easy. It was like a younger guy and like a hot girl were doing it, and I guess the guy kept getting excited.
No, I heard of it, but I did
and the
not
girl
see
was
it.
like, she's like, seriously, man, like, she's like, I've been crawling through like swamp water, like I'm disgusting right now, and you keep getting aroused, like, fucking stop.
That's wild.
And it's just, there's camera crews around you. There's all the, you know what I mean? Like, how are you not?
So that is one thing that I did find interesting about the show, The Perfect Match, is like, they're like, oh, would you like to match with me? And they go to a bedroom and say, and like,
Immediately?
Almost always when they say, do you want to match with me? And it's like, yeah, I want to match with you. And they go to bed and leave everyone else to figure out their lives. Basically, this is announcing we are no longer on the table for you to try to match with. Because every night, people are like, hey, do you want to match with me? Hey, I really like everything you've been doing. Like, they're trying to match. And there's only like 2 couples that like lasted the whole time. Only one really. That once they got together, like, hey, you and I, they never fucking broke apart. But every night, someone is approaching someone else like, hey, so tell me about your day. Oh, blah, blah, blah. What are you thinking so far? And they just try to almost like lobby to get in that ass every night.
Not lobby.
But it's basically they're staking their claim in case. Like, I think that we get along and we both have the same shoes. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know. I haven't been in a dating game in 10 years.
Is that how flirting
It's been
works?
11 years now.
Is
I
that
have
how
not
flirting
been like
works?
10 years.
As the
Damn near
one
11
single
years.
person at this table, that's exactly how it
You
works.
see, I don't know.
I did go up to Jared like, I like your shirt.
You see? Yeah. Rosanna the other night's like, you're cute. I was like, just ran. What the fuck? Come back here. No, but the thing about the camera crews is there's a camera in their bedroom.
So it's not just a camera, it's a camera crew?
No, there's a camera
okay.
in their bedroom, which to me it's like, if we are hooking, isn't that uncomfortable? What's the line?
I mean, some people may like that.
no, but I'm saying, but what's the line?
So they did that in Big Brother, where basically, like, there's a camera in the room, and there's definitely people banging, but you're under blankets, and so you basically you just see the blankets kind of moving.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't think that's.
But that being said, like,
the show, like, they're drinking the whole time. I don't imagine I'm always that coordinated drunk and having sex on TV. Like, I'm just saying. I'm being honest.
You
if
have
you're that
experience
drunk
with that?
on TV? No. Like,
but drinking's what makes it fun
there was
for the
that
producers.
1 year in college. $20 is $20, Kim. Listen, and then, so
That low, huh?
that's one show that I am randomly invested in because of my significant
We all
other.
know you're the one who got Rosanna into
Fuck
that
no.
show.
No, I just
we
walked
all
by.
know.
I walked by. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
He was, what's the one, Hottie Island or something like that?
He did. What was the one we were all swore that we were all gonna watch, but then we never did?
Love is Blind, or the,
Island.
I
There was
watched Love and
something.
Blindness with her.
There's one. There was like Cougar Island too. Like
There is.
Okay, so
writing that down.
Cougar Island's fucked up because there's a I don't know if it's the exact same version, but they bring a bunch of dudes and like, are you gonna meet cougars? And then when they get to the island, every dude there, their mother's the cougar. Not the cougar they're dating, but they're another cougar there. So like their mom is dating Chad. And it's like, Mom? And she's like, Fred? Like, so they're watching their homies, like guys on this island, fuck their moms. Not fuck, but date their
Yeah.
moms. I'm like, that's awkward for everyone involved. I would punch a dude for dating my mom if you're 20 something. I'm not going on this island without
I would
getting
swim
arrested.
away from
Man.
I would
I'd-
get arrested immediately.
I'd get kicked off the show easily. Because part of me is like, hey, you know, if my mom was single, I'd want her to be happy. But the same token is, I also don't want to see it. Like, it doesn't need to be here.
Hey, Kim, remember one of my episodes whenever I need to wrangle people in? For you, Sonic Screwdriver.
You sound. You think like that's gonna stop me?
Hey, I'm just saying it's for you. It's a Sonic Screwdriver. Listen, so the other show that we're right now, that was that I started watching and it was cool. Physical 100.
I've heard good things.
So it's actually really cool how much nicer Korean people are to each other than we are to each other.
I mean,
Because-
everyone,
so
honestly.
everyone's nicer to each other in every other country than
British
Americans are to each
Bake
other.
Off.
British Bake Off. We are rude. But this show is you bring 100 athletes, either Olympic champions, bodybuilders, CrossFitters, fencers, runners, mountain climbers. There's one dude, he's like, yeah, I do mountain rescue for people. So I'm a rock climber like by trade. He's like, my job is to rescue people off of mountains. So ice climbing.
How
everything.
often is this work needed?
Apparently all the fucking time because dude is super athletic. and you're like all competing against each other in feats of strength and just physical. Who has the best body?
Yeah.
And it's not like a body posing, but like best physical body. And it like every week, every trial windows down to people. So you see like super strong people lose to like the fast athletic people or fast endurance runners and all that. So it's been cool to see. But every episode is like, yeah, I was just really proud of my team. They lost terribly. I'm really proud of everything that they did. Aww. Just really nice and humble people. I would have been flipping out. It's like, I'm ashamed of myself. I let my people down and my team down. And I just really love everyone there. And I hope someone on my team wins. Meanwhile, America's like, fuck that guy.
Yo,
fuck
dude,
his mama.
In the U.S., you couldn't even get through PE
yes.
without someone losing their mind.
Yeah. You know how many bloody noses happen in dodgeball?
Bruh.
Let alone fucking a physical thing.
Oh, yo, no, man.
Most of them were created by Kim.
Yo, dude, dodgeball. We used to have this thing called turkey ball, which was soccer, like soccer. Oh my god, basketball, like 3 sports combined, and I dominated. I made it into the playoffs.
It's all the Nicaraguan anger. That's what
was that sport in Bob's Burgers? That tiny or little. Oh god.
So no, I can't find it. Turkey Target?
No, dude, it's something that my middle school made up.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, they straight up made it up, and they had like a championship. Like we got out of class and everything. It was great. I made it to the playoffs.
I'm looking for the Bob's Burgers ball game, but it's called Gaga Ball.
Yeah, Gaga Ball.
So we've been watching Physical 100, and it's cool to see all these different athletes compete against each other in ways that you wouldn't expect. So like an Olympic weightlifters versus a bodybuilder versus a wrestler versus a fencer versus a gymnast. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm out of shape. Like everyone you see. And then what's the really cool thing was that there's this dude, he's a strong man, but he looks kind of frumpy.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks like whatever. Like you would say, like, all right, that man's strong, but he's like farm boy strong. Like he just lifts a lot of stuff because of necessity, not literally like he's training for it.
Yeah.
And then there's this massive bodybuilder dude, like strong, with fucking muscles on muscles on muscles. The farm boy won easily by like 2 hours. So the competition was holding a 150 pound boulder on your shoulders.
150.
It's called like the punishment of Atlas. So you hold the stone on your shoulder. There's ropes on the stone so you can handle it. And everyone's like, oh, of course the fucking massive muscular dude's going to win. He was the second one out. The only reason why he wasn't the first one out was because a woman was on there too. Half the
Yo. No. All right. What are we trying to say? What are we trying to say?
Let me finish. She couldn't, like, she was 100 pounds herself. Like, she was the only lady on the field with these 300-pound dudes. She couldn't pick the ball up because it weighed more than her.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, no, you kidding me? There's a bunch of female athletes that are whooping every guy's ass.
All right, I'll allow it.
But this one was not built for her. They were breaking it up. They're like, hey, blah, blah. And she's like, all the other guys are like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, I'll take the L. She literally knew when she was going in there, I'm not winning this one.
Yeah.
She went in, like, the only reason was she couldn't get the ball up.
Yeah.
It weighed more than her. And I was like, physically, that made no sense to have her there. She just knew she was going home.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I didn't mean it the ways you.
No. I see it.
You make a note. You made a note. All right, cool. I'm gonna get stabbed, guys. Hey, this is the last episode.
Dear Diary.
But the guy that won was a car dealer. He wasn't even a real
like the whole thing.
No, the guy who won that big hold the ball up. He's not a bodybuilder or anything. He's like, he does like strongmanship. But his real job, I'm a car dealer, car salesman. So like he picked up the 200-pound ball, whatever, put it on his shoulder, and relaxed for 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, because the trick with that in any like strongman shit where you put stuff on your shoulders is finding a center of gravity and put it on that center.
Yep.
So now all you're doing is just standing still for 2.5 hours.
He lasted the length of like Lord of the Rings theatrical edition.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
He stood there and just went, and it was 2 hours before he even started shaking. Because he just basically damn near fell asleep. There was a point he had one arm to the side and brought the arm to hold back on and brought the arm back up and he was relaxed. Everyone else is like, what the fuck is happening?
To what you said, that's that principle of like, the people that carry like the giant things
stuff
on
their
head.
plates.
Like their head, like the heads and what, because they're like, it's center of gravity. Like it's not heavy. It doesn't hurt because it's just.
He understood the gravity and like where to balance it. He just stood there, didn't move. It's heavy. He's like, yeah, I could have kept going if we needed to. was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, it sucked. He's like, it's not easy, but if we needed to go another hour, I would be fine. I was like, another fucking hour? And it was the most impressive thing, but even more so, I'm so out of goddamn shape. It's ridiculous. And last but not least, a movie that I wanted to bring up, especially because you brought up Bob's Burgers. It's a movie called Boy Kills World. And Bill Skarsgård, is it Bill?
Bill
Skarsgård. He plays a mute deaf man who is basically John Wick, but almost like cartoonish.
Yeah.
But because he's mute and deaf and doesn't, when he lost his ability to do both, the only voice he remembers is the voice he heard in the video game, fighting video game, and it's Bob's voice.
John Benjamin.
John Benjamin's voice. So he's narrating his thoughts.
Oh my God.
So the whole time he's like fucking doing over the top killing, over the top shit, damn near cartoon style kills.
It's worth renting?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's worth owning. The movie's good.
Wow.
It was actually it was a fun ride. It was funny and enjoyable. It was great. I would watch it again.
It made me think of, when I saw the preview, it made me think of Guns Akimbo.
It was better than Guns Akimbo.
But I mean, like just that level of like crazy fun, like ridiculous fun.
Yeah, but the fight scenes were better than John Wick fight scenes type of shit. And funny. And fucking hilarious. Because there are moments, because remember, he's mute and deaf. So he's like, but I've gotten good at reading lips. But if you have a beard or something, he can't read lips well. Yeah. So he's like, I don't know what he said. It's like the bear, octopus, jelly worm. He's like, I don't know what that means. And he's like, I need to like nod and smile so they think I know what's going on. And he's like, booga baby, he's like, yeah. He's like, I think I have to do something brave. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So if you can't read your lips, he has no idea what the fuck is going on. So there are times he misinterprets like actions. Or he's like, why is that person upset? Are we okay? He's like, oh yeah, I'm part of a team. He's like, he's not helping me. Is this what teamwork is? I don't know. I've never been part of a team. Because he's been he's been just isolated for so long. And he's just like, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I just know I need to get my vengeance and blah, blah, blah.
I am so happy that you said that, because I've been on that edge of like,
it was
for the trailer, I'm like, I want to rent this, but also like, I hate when I rent something and then I'm like, this is crap.
I would watch it again.
Okay.
I would easily watch it again, but I'm going to tell you right now that there's a point where you just imagining Bob and remove that from your brain because it ruins it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just, there are moments I'm like, I'm just imagining, I'm waiting for Teddy to come in. Or like
Teddy.
Gene.
I mean, you also go Archer though.
Yeah, no, but I watch Bob's Burgers more than I watch Archer, but I'm like waiting for Teddy to be like, Teddy!
And I do want to point out for Kim, if you want to take care of Arthur for his comment, old sponsor, chickenassassin.com. Make sure you use them.
I
to take him
forgot
out.
about the chicken. We still talk about that damn chicken.
We never forget of Chicken Assassin.
Well, that chicken kept coming to my house. I was like, bro.
But guys, we're going to take a quick break because it's been a fucking hour just talking about what we're watching. So we're going to go ahead and hear from our sponsors at Midnight Fables Cabaret. Make sure that you lock in any tickets and everything like that. I know Ken has not gone to a show and we're trying to get him in there. Okay, bye guys.
Sponsor of Bourbon and Bullshit, Big Bang Boom Collective is Orlando's burlesque and cabaret entertainment group, comprised of Midnight Fables Cabaret, Big Bang Boom Cabaret, and Foxy's Den. Follow us on Instagram at Big Bang Boom Collective, or join our VIP email list for info on upcoming shows by visiting www.bigbangboomcollective.com.
All right, guys, so we're back. It took forever to get back because we kept drinking and Kim started doing shots and fucking handstands. It was really weird.
I killed him, man.
It was unnecessary. He was delivering my Amazon package.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. He
knocked too hard.
He looked at Coco wrong.
He did.
I mean, I get it, but now it delayed the show. So, guys, if we're a little tired, it's because we hit up the bayou.
He also didn't say the safe word. The safe word is penis.
Jesus Christ. All right, so none of that.
We probably need a better safe word.
So for any of my FBI agents that are listening to this, hey, Greg, this is completely satirical and nothing of that happened. Please don't show up, Greg.
It happened.
Greg, don't show up to my house.
It happened.
I have video proof.
Me and Greg get along.
He has a Nest camera.
So, of course, for anyone who's listening, it's
topical because that came up earlier.
Anyone who knows the full Frontal Nerdy show knows that our show ended in 2022, and a lot's happened. Obviously, you know, we all did our own thing a little bit, blah blah, and here we are. So we want to talk about life after nerds. So, Ken, any projects? What do you have going on other than a very, very bad take on Soup?
So, on Soup, What?
Cereal is a soup.
Oh yeah, fair.
You don't remember the name of your own thing?
So that never actually. To be fair, that never actually really took off. Like I'm still kind of doing it, but like the whole plan was to do.
God. You just looked at me like I said.
I still watch the videos.
So do I.
It's fine. Whatever. What videos? There's no videos.
You posted a video about like cooking. Was that not on Cereal as a Soup or was that on your personal?
That was probably TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok on my phone.
Ken,
not really do
what
videos.
all we're saying is we support you. So what have you got going on?
So cereal as a soup never really took off just because the layout of my kitchen. Like so, I tried. I did 1 or 2 videos. It's odd angles, like because it's just.
That's what I'm saying. I support.
Well, that's not a video. That's just a picture.
It doesn't matter.
You
I support.
posted a video.
So I post a lot of pictures and stuff of the stuff I'm cooking, and it's something I would like to do. And so it may still happen in the future.
What is this thing?
It's Cereal as a Soup, which would be a kind of instructional cooking show. But the general idea that I'm kind of going to go with is everyone tries to make it seem like cooking is this illustrious, like masterful thing that you have to do. Bro, anyone can cook. You take the illusion out of it. Because people are like, oh, I'm making a sriracha aioli. Bitch, that is sriracha and mayo. Like, people try to fancy it up, and I'm like, it intimidates a lot of people. We're just try to make it more attainable for most people to say, look, this is how you do it. And kind of take some inspiration from one of my favorite YouTube, which is, Rhett and Link.
Good Mythical Kitchen.
Good Mythical Kitchen.
I was
And
about to make a joke. I was like, it was almost like you had the questions in advance and you still stumbled.
I don't know. Maybe it's like someone's been feeding me liquor all night.
Josh.
Hey.
Anyways,
Accurate.
so Mythical Kitchen, like they kind of show, like he's like, oh, I'm doing this and this, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, you just have to mush the garlic. Like he kind of like he'll act like he's
Simplifies
fancy.
it.
Then he's like, yeah, this is all you really
But
gotta
also,
do.
like, sometimes they'll have the episodes where it's like, we'll try the different ways. Like, do you really need to salt your pasta this much? Let's try it with, like, no salt, like some salt, and then a ton of salt, and let's see which one's
like literally
actually better.
the gourmet foods versus Dollar Tree.
Oh, I love that shit.
And
Yeah.
it's like a lot of times people are like, I mean,
Bro,
I prefer this one. Like the good one, they don't really pick the good one, but they're like, that other one's not so bad. So
Yeah.
like, it's hard for me to tell which one's which.
I'm gonna be real. Some of the best food I've had is like on a fucking taco truck on a Lowe's parking lot.
Best
Like,
tacos I've ever had. There was a flea market in Miami.
you
It's
started
by
right. You started 100% right.
Bro,
Flea
it's
market. Let's go.
US 190,
Oh, yeah.
US 192, like by Dayland Mall, there is a flea market and it has a taco thing in the back, and it looks like it probably does not meet health code. I don't care. The tacos are the best tacos I ever had. Give me E. coli, I don't care.
So for me, my best tacos
Weight
I've
loss
had
challenge.
is it's a food truck just outside off the airport because they're doing a lot of construction at the airport, and my previous job was working support for that. As soon as you leave the airport property, across the street, there's a little food truck. There was a fucking line down the road of just cars parked, and I was like, I have to try this because at that point, like, if this many people are trying it, there has to be a reason why.
You are coming to the worst trafficked area.
Yeah.
Like
It has to be good.
Yeah.
And some of those, I love those hole in the wall places. Like there is the best gyro for me, and it's been a little bit because I don't know that area that often anymore. But it was this place called Chat House.
Oh, I never heard of it.
It's on OBT.
Okay.
From the outside, it looks like a Middle Eastern music shop. In all the windows, it's pictures of like Bollywood and like other Middle Eastern and Indian artists. Walk inside, it's the best fucking hummus, the best gyros, the best baba ganoush. Like, so good. But also, me walking in, they immediately look at you like,
The fuck are you doing in here?
are you sure you should be here? And that's when I knew I was like, I'm in the right spot because this place is full
Not you.
of not me. And I was like,
Bro, I'm not going to say what city I was in. I'm not even going to name the city. But I'm Nicaraguan. So I was like, I love Nicaraguan food. But outside of Miami, it's really hard to find.
hey, can you roll your R's?
Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan.
So like I went and I went in and they're like, and it was definitely a Nicaraguan restaurant, like 100%. And they're like, I don't look Hispanic. Like I really don't. And I walk in and they're like, we don't serve food here. I'm like, excuse me. Do I need to prove? Do I have to give my Hispanic card? Can I please
let
have
me roll
some
my
food?
R's for you.
Every time someone's like,
Arthur.
Arturo. Every time I was like, you don't look Hispanic. I was like, hold on, let me go get some platanos. I'll be right back.
Like, what do I gotta do? Walk around with sombrero, bro? Like, what do I gotta do?
Maybe.
Do I have to look stereotypical? Like, apparently that's what people need.
That's all they need.
That's all they need.
But
But Ken, there is a soup.
so it's a project that I want to do in the future. In the grand scheme of things, the layout of my house just is no good because basically you're filming a lot of stuff from behind me, or it's like it's a weird angle.
I have a twitch about that.
And okay, well, I apparently didn't see that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Filming from behind you.
Yeah. Ooh.
You fucking did it.
Flashback to Among Us 2003 or 2002.
2003?
Probably. I don't know.
Jesus.
Dude, you mean when I was 9?
Their memories awful.
23. Never mind. I'm at 23.
Oh my god. So Ken can't drive home.
Apparently, I've been cut off and not.
He's been bad at math. Are you also angry at math?
So Arthur can't drive home.
I'm angry at most things, but which also is my other passion project, which is Bully a Nerd.
Bully a nerd.
Yeah, it's my new passion project called Bully a Nerd, where I just like to bully nerds now.
He just looks in the mirror and yells.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know if he's serious.
I'm not serious. I'm not serious. 100% not
I
serious.
just want to make sure he's not walking around just punching nerds.
Oh my god.
I mean, there are occasionally times where someone will say something, and I'm like, I really want to push you over right now.
So for everyone listening at home from Full Frontal Nerdity, Ken wants to punch you. That's what he just said. See what happens? See,
Verbatim.
2 years removed. He's like, fuck those guys.
So not everyone, but there's about maybe 5 or 10 people.
One that kept trying to come back into our group. So anything else going on other than just crazy IT stuff? I want to go to Kim, but she is laughing hysterically. So awkwardly, I have to stare at you until you say something.
I mean, last week I got to deal with Russian hackers. If that's any fun.
what the shit? All right, we're back.
Apparently we're in a Netflix movie, bro.
Is it like, do I have 24 hours to resolve this situation? Like,
Are
what's
we
going
in
on?
trouble now?
Oh no, we're fine.
All right.
No, dude, now we're going to get shot.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna go to Kim now. You got to top Russian hackers.
Hey, my show. I get to move it over.
Hold on 1 second, Arthur. It's on you.
So before we move over to Kim, I do want to bring. Wow, this is still happening in the background. How do I mute y'all? New soundboard.
Sonic screwdriver.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Someone's in their car. Like, is that a fucking? What is that? Crickets?
Oh my god.
So before we go right to Kim, we're gonna go to you, but we did make her a drink of the day that she also rejected. So we made her a second drink.
Fair.
Of the day.
I don't like brown liquor.
Yeah, I know, guys. I tried to get her to convert.
I will say though, of all the brown liquor I've had, this is the only one I didn't hate. So that's like pretty high marks.
So this drink, specifically made for Kim, is a pumpkin spice old fashioned. So this one I actually made a simple syrup made of pumpkin
That syrup
pie
was
puree, pumpkin spice, light brown sugar, and water. Honest to God, is probably something I'm just going to keep in the repertoire.
He should. He should. If you like brown liquors, you would love this.
But just even that simple syrup, I think for the future
Oh my
in
god!
general.
For,
Can
like
try
if
to
you cook
smooth
like
it.
a dessert, you should use that too.
I'm not a big pumpkin spice person, but it's still
Wrong.
pretty delicious.
The syrup was fucking bomb. But like the
Oh, the syrup was.
ridiculous. he's growling at me. And the syrup was good. The drink was really, I liked it.
Yeah.
Especially when you put the splash of like club soda over the top. But really good cocktail. But I know Kim's not partial to brown liquor. I was trying to convert her. But
I do appreciate that.
Of course, I got you all day. But we did pivot and give her the Zombie Jesus cocktail, aka the
good.
Corpse Revolver.
So good.
Corpse Reviver, too. One of my favorite things about this cocktail is that it was a tongue-in-cheek joke, basically the hair of the dog. It is made to feel like you're waking up again because we've all been hungover and feel dead. And this cocktail is supposed to make you right back to square one. It is a gin cocktail, old school with Lillet Blanc aperitif, gin, lemon juice, absinthe rinse, and some other shit. But I'll put the details in the notes. Kim.
So good. So good.
She's had 2 to the face already.
To the face.
Oh, no, she's on her second one. I couldn't see past
I
it.
think that's the last one. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Delicious. I would have this again.
So what if there was a K-pop brown liquor called the BTS?
I want
I don't
As in
like BTS.
Brown.
I want you to know that was the other you had 2 other themes that I wanted
Yes.
to go.
What were the other ones?
I was going to go for a Nicaraguan cocktail, 100% for you.
I still wear the Nicaraguan shirt you got me. Yeah.
See? And I was going to go that, or I was going to go K-pop cocktail. And I couldn't find all the bright colors that they wanted. because apparently K-pop is really fucking out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're wild.
Did not know how wild it was until I was like, K-pop. Oh God! And I had to
Yeah,
turn
dude,
out-
it's nuts.
I turned my monitor to dark mode because it was just getting out.
You
of
got,
hand.
no, you have to go straight to incognito mode, bro.
So instead of salting the rim, just do like Pop Rocks.
Yes.
Like do the sugar, do the lime juice, Pop Rocks.
Well,
That
my
would've been
K-pop
enough.
husband is back for more, so we're okay.
Oh wow! How long has it been since we've been together? That man is
Yeah,
served
dude,
a term.
that man served.
So Kim, what projects? And I know I've seen you on social media, fucking living the best life, doing the best things, doing fucking inspirational, motivational things. Meanwhile, I'm out here fucking just drinking. I'm
No,
just like,
dude,
"She's
you're
doing great."
killing it, bro. What are you talking about?
But tell us about you and your side projects recently.
All right, so last was like July 2022, right?
Ish.
Yeah. So after that, for work, we like, for a bunch of people are like in Central Florida, a lot of people are Puerto Rican. So like we went to Puerto Rico 5 years after Hurricane Maria because Hurricane Maria like messed that island up to like document it. So we like did this whole like hour-long special about like even 5 years later, the island's just really messed up. Like it people like this woman was like in tears telling us like how she was like seeing people dying on the streets. Like it was like a really like humbling experience of like whatever problems you think you have, like, nah man, these people have been through a lot. So we did that. We talked to like the leader of Puerto Rico. We talked to like the energy companies because people are still like their lights are still going off. There are people who haven't had their homes repaired since like Hurricane Maria hit. So we did like this whole essential like documentary about it. Got nominated for an Emmy. We didn't win though, but like that doesn't matter because like the more important thing was we told these stories. So
Not only is that fantastic that you told that story, you being nominated for an Emmy is greater accomplishment than almost anyone I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fantastic. Don't just rush past
well,
that.
like I just
Kim,
want to make sure
Kim,
like
as
people
a-
know that's not why I do things.
I
like
know.
that's like a side thing.
I 100% know, but as your friend, I
Yeah.
get to prop you up.
Thank you.
Where it would be, seen as distasteful for you to do it. So you can talk about all the great stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but you're also Emmy nominated.
Thank you.
And you, before you were even 30, you were Emmy nominated
Twice.
Fuck me.
I
So-
wasted my life.
But like I
I
said,
have
like
done
it's not
nothing.
why I do it. Like it's just like if we get it, cool. If we don't, cool. Really, the more important thing is just like telling stories. So then, like since then, like I keep doing like every year we do the Puerto Rican parade like in Orlando. So I like handle all that stuff. But the main thing I've done since then is from my understanding, from like talking to people, I think we just launched our Pride special. I think this is the first one Channel 9 has ever done.
Really?
I think so. If I like go back into our archives, I'm pretty sure it's the very first one. Not because like for any reason, it's just like maybe resources or whatever. Like it wasn't like anyone was like, we're not doing one. Like I don't want to give that impression.
Yeah.
The impression was it was just like
Just no one's taking ownership of it. And
and it just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So it was like someone like one of our reporters like, hey, let's do this. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So then we did. It's like how like when I first started doing the Hispanic Heritage Month special, like it was the first one we had ever done. It was like, again, not a reason that we hadn't done it. It just hadn't happened.
Yeah, no.
So we did the Pride Month special. It aired earlier this month. I'm talking in June. I don't know when this is gonna air, but it aired in June. And like we talked to like couples who have been together for like decades. Like one who had like gotten married, like got like domestic partnership before you could get married. Because like remember, like legal marriage hasn't been around for like even like a decade. Then they got married in Canada, but that didn't mean like anything in the U.S. because like it held no weight in the U.S. And then finally, when they could get married in the U.S., they got married in the U.S.
It's so dope.
Yeah, we spoke to like drag queens. We spoke to one woman, and she was at like Stonewall when she was a kid. We spoke to like a trans woman, like about her journey. Like we had all these different walks of life in this special, and it was like really great honor to be able to like be a part of that.
So I'm going to ask a question that maybe some of the listeners are wondering. What's Stonewall?
Stonewall, like there was in New York these Stonewall riots that really kind of started like this LGBTQ
Gotcha.
movement in New York and then kind of spread nationwide. Whereas like there was a lot of police brutality against like people in the gay community in New York, where like if you were like in a gay club, like you'd get like harassed and all that stuff. So finally at one point, like the community was just like enough is enough, and like it led to the Stonewall riots.
Okay.
And kind of like started really paving the way, like was like one of the inciting factors for like the movement.
Right. Okay.
So like she was like talking to us like she was like one of the couples who had been together with her partner for like decades, who had, like her wife and her like are so cute together. But like she was like, yeah, we went as like kids and they were drag queens. They were like, kids shouldn't beat her, and they're like, no, we knew we belonged, and it was like so like, oh my god.
So I looked up Stonewall riots because I know Ken mentioned that people might not know what it is. 1969, when New York City police raided in the Stonewall Inn, a gay club located in Greenwich Village in New York City. The raid sparked a riot among bar patrons and neighborhood residents as police roughly hauled employees and patrons out of the bar, leading to 6 days of protest and violent clashes with law enforcement outside of the bar on Christopher Street. In neighboring streets and nearby Christopher Park, the Stonewall riot served as a catalyst for the gay rights movement in the United States and around the world.
And like it wasn't like
1969.
Also, it wasn't just like this one police raid. Like this was like a constant thing. Like if you were like going to a gay club, like there was a good chance you're gonna get raided.
Yeah, but that was like the one that led to that 6 days.
It was just because someone threw a brick.
Yeah.
Someone threw a brick, and then it was all just like, all right, let's go. We're doing this.
In the words of Ron Burgundy, this escalated quickly.
How do you get that grenade? I don't know.
Brick, you got a grenade?
But Kim, it does sound like you've been doing a fuck ton of great stuff.
Yeah, dude, like that one, like it was
Took
like
it out of you.
Like I put like a lot of like heart into that. Like it was we had a month to put it together. It just like it just happened to happen that way, that we're like we only had a month to put it together. For like putting something together of that content, only having a month to do that is like really hard. It's not easy to do. So like we were all like, I didn't sleep. I don't think I slept because I was just so stressed. I was like, I gotta make sure, because like as a producer, like you're kind of almost like running the show, so you aren't just like handling your own stuff. You're making sure everyone's other stuff is like happening too.
Yeah.
So like it was just like, if I didn't make sure it didn't happen, then that didn't fall to anyone else. Like it ended with me. So that was like, man, like it's stressful, but it's worth it, because like these are stories that need to be told.
So damn proud of you, man.
Thanks, man.
Every fucking time I see you do some shit, I try to share, I try to be a participant, I try to fucking prop you up.
Thanks, man. It just like especially that one, like Hispanic Heritage Month obviously meant a lot to me because I'm Nicaraguan. Like my mom, even though I don't talk to her, major props to her because she crossed the border to try to escape like communism in our country, because like they were like started rationing food, and she was like, absolutely not, I'm not doing this anymore. So she like crossed the border, got separated from my grandma. It was like this whole thing. Like my mom, I can't talk to her anymore because she's like crazy, but like major props to her. So that was like a big one to do, because being Hispanic is a big part of who I am. And then like, even though like I joke about it a lot, like being pansexual is a big part of who I am as well. Even though I'm like married to a man, that doesn't take away the fact that I'm pansexual. Like it's who I am. And growing up and my mom telling me like, hey, if I find out you're gay, I'm hanging you in front of that tree in front of our house. Like to be able to do that, like is like, like I didn't come out to like gay marriage was legal. That was the day I came out, because I was like, I don't have like the strength to, because like I'm scared. Yeah. So like to be able to do that and be on TV, and like at one point you even see me in it, and like to like literally be able to put my face on it is like a big step forward. And just like being like, if I tell these stories, I think I have to put my face on it too, because then who am I? Yeah,
I think that is one of the things that you've done, and it might seem subtle to some people who aren't paying attention, but the fact of the matter is that you put yourself in the front line of it. You weren't just like, hey, I'm gonna put someone else's story because it'll sell. It'll fucking put. You're like, no, this is an important story I need to tell, and I want to put my face to it because I identify and I understand. And if I'm gonna put people on a front street and put their name in, there's very often nowadays that people will still associate negative thoughts with these people. Yeah. So if you're gonna quote unquote expose them or put them in front street, you're like, nah, I'm right there with you. Like, this is not hey, I'm doing this for the fucking fluff. This is means something.
No, my name's there, bro. Yeah. Like, my face is there.
Oh, and I love that shit. Yeah. I think that you have been doing some very brave shit. And Ken and I were big personalities all the time. And you've always been kind of like, hey, you've been doing fantastic shit, Kim.
Thanks, man.
So if you're not going to prop yourself up, I will 100%.
I have, like, imposter syndrome. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm always like, I suck.
I feel like everyone does, though.
Yeah, to be 100% fair.
I feel like people need to be more open with that too, is because like everyone like is really good at hiding it, I think. And if we all just knew how much of us like really are thinking like, does anyone else know what they're doing, or is it just me?
Hey,
that would take a lot of pressure off.
So 2 things: 110%. There's an everyday battle where I'm thinking I'm doing nothing good. We have this joke. Oh, not this joke. A friend asked me, "Hey, what's your greatest accomplishment?" Like talking about accomplishments, and all my friends were talking about it. And they're like, "What's yours?" I was like, "I haven't done shit." They're like, "What?" And I realized I don't think I've ever accomplished anything. And it's like, I've done stuff, but I don't attribute any good.
It takes other people to point it out to you, because you're just like,
I have to do these things. I need to do these things, but I've never felt like I've done enough.
Yeah.
Right.
And the second thing is, when we talk about like the mental health aspect, I think that very often it's easier to put that brave face. Hey, what's up? Everything's great.
Yeah.
Everything's fantastic. And I'm sure you're never anxious every time you go up there and do all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So as a friend that will yell at you and tell you you're awesome, as a friend that will yell at Ken and tell him he's awesome, but not too often, because he that's how we talk. That's just how he shows up.
Awesome.
he bullies me constantly.
That's a fucking
He
lie.
does beat him a lot.
I am one of your biggest supporters, you jackass.
He supports me with bullying.
You got to learn some way. So I'm glad you guys are doing fucking big things, man.
Thanks,
like,
bro.
Every fucking month that I see some shit you do, every time you actually post a fucking picture, you jackass. I'm like.
I mean, if it's a real picture, yes. Most of the time it's just memes, because
Yeah,
But also,
that's
like,
all that Facebook is now.
I'm not on
also,
Facebook like that.
just like on a homeowner front, like doing anything to your house is like a pain, but you've like redone your house. And I think that needs like props, like as an adult.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that like being like doing adult things doesn't get props enough. You redid your house, and I'm very impressed with that, because I still haven't painted this one wall in my house.
I will say I'm very thankful for my dad making me help him do stuff in the house, because it forced me how to learn to do this stuff myself. And I have a neighbor that, like, talking to him sometimes, I'm like, oh, you just got to do this. And he looks at me like, what? I was like, yeah, just cut, like some of his like sprinklers went down. And I'm like, yeah, just cut the line, do a couple, whatever, this or this. And he's like, can I just buy you a bottle and you come help me? And I'm like, yeah, man, I got you.
Hey, let's be clear. I paid someone in a bottle today to install a ceiling fan, so fuck you.
How do people do that, bro?
Get good bottles.
Yeah. And most of the time, I'm like, look, just buy me a bottle, because I'm like, I don't want money. I want it, but I'm like, buy me a bottle of rum, because
Use your crumb.
I'll use it. Yeah.
Well, good shit, man. I'm glad
Thanks,
you guys are
bro.
doing. It seems like you guys
You're
are going the right
killing it
direction.
too, man.
Arthur, what have you been up to?
Not a fucking thing.
I would
Meanwhile,
disagree.
starts a podcast, is
Starts a
successful,
podcast,
gets
gets engaged.
interviews around the world.
Yeah, technically, I have.
Technically, no, you did it.
So one in Liverpool, one in Canada, and I have one coming up in Denmark, and I have another one coming up in France.
But his most important one was in Orlando
Yes.
Yes.
with Kim.
Yes.
Well, and Ken.
And Ken. That still counts.
Okay, I tried.
So we obviously we know what we're here. This is what I'm doing since Full Frontal. This and getting engaged. So not too much there, but to your point, the imposter syndrome. I don't prop myself up, and it's not something I always comfortable doing. The one thing
That's why we're here.
No.
Well, I've faced that at work. We're like talking to one of my bosses. They're like, it's weird, because I don't feel like I need to be that look at me type of guy, but apparently I have to.
Yeah, the part of the problem with the show, and I say this all the time, is I don't like my face everywhere. Like, I know it sounds funny.
No, but not
I know
even that.
wait.
In what
Yeah.
way?
No, I don't like to be like, hey, I'm gonna go make a video. I could do this all day. I could
Have
be
you
behind
thought
a
of
mic.
just like doing
The voiceover?
or
And the hands
just
and
like the
stuff?
hands and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
like
Yeah, you know which
Babish?
one? Yeah, you know what gets the most reactions?
yeah.
My fucking face. Every video
The
that
ladies love you, bro.
Every time I have
The ladies
there's a
love you.
possibility. Every time I actually have a video that shows me 5,000 views.
Have you just thought of wearing, like, a Jason mask, or I mean, you might have one right there.
I was like, I have that
Yes.
one right there.
Yeah, there is one.
No, I have not. But it's just fucking funny because it's doing the podcast, doing other stuff.
I think
obviously
it's like a
getting
human connection thing. Like when
Yeah.
you see like a person, it's like
Yeah.
you almost kind of feel more sincerity around it.
And by the time I make a video, it's like the fourth take because I'm like fucking around. It's like, God damn it!
It's also
like there's a blooper reel. I'm waiting to.
It's
drop.
also the thing of, like, you're actually speaking.
Yeah.
You're not lip singing.
Yeah, and I'm not voiceover.
Or like a
whatever.
VO.
So
yeah.
there's like moments I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Like people love the random jokes, and I don't realize it. I'm like I remember I made something called the final ward. Final ward. It was a cocktail using green chartreuse. I'm just a nerd out for a second because I don't know if you know enough. Do you know anything about green chartreuse?
No.
Do you know anything about green chartreuse?
No, do tell.
So this, I talked about it a couple times, but this spirit was made by monks because they wanted to finance being monks, and it was also taught
What
patients.
subclass were they?
They were. I hate you.
What was their armor class?
Tiefling monks with a high AC.
That's my Baldur's
Very
Gate
high
character.
AC. You could
Now
not-
you're just taking my Baldur's Gate character.
You can't punch that monk.
Ken's way of the Kensi or Kensai or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Focus. We're
Yes.
Like. okay.
So I mean,
You see why it's useful? You see why having a soundbite like with the turkey.
Are you
for
gonna come
turkey
after me
bite-
when you got a coaster on the floor, bro?
I threw it and then kept it right here. I have another one. Yeah.
he's using that as a deterrent. I have a damn Doctor Who tattoo.
That's
Like
fair. But no, so Green Chartreuse was made by monks, and the story is that they only share, the only people who know how it's made is the people in the ministry, in the monks community. But the spirit was made. They don't drink. It wasn't for them to drink. It was just, hey, this is a labor of love. This is just kind of a thing for them, and they started making money off of it. And at some point, it got too fucking popular, and they stopped practicing their religion. They were more caught up in making green chartreuse than practicing the religion. So it was like, because people kept asking for it. Everyone's trying to sell it. They're like, yo, we gotta keep making this green chartreuse. And someone's like,
Oh my God.
did we forget that we're monks? It was like, you're right, Dave. Let's bring it back.
Not Dave.
So now green chartreuse is brought all the way back. And I remember, I don't even know how we got here, but I remember talking about green chartreuse in a cocktail and saying like, shit, like, and I'm like, yeah, it's hard to get because they want to focus on the religion. I was like, here we go, religion ruining something good again. And so I had people like, the fuck was that? Like, and it wasn't even like, I didn't write that down. I just, in the moment, it thought
Sometimes
of it.
those are the
Right.
best too, man.
And it was like, and it was that genuineness. People were like, this guy's funny. And I was like, I didn't think about it. I just said it. And as I'm walking away, I was like, maybe I should be a monk.
Oh my God.
Like, as I'm walking out of the scene, and people were like, the fuck?
Arthur would 100% be Wong from Doctor Strange.
Yes.
would.
I would be such an
He'd be
asshole.
like,
Would.
what was the? Oh God. Him and his
Girl toy?
his girl toy, but like it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Ashley with 3 E's and 2 L's
That's
or whatever.
what it was. Something like
It was
that.
something
yeah.
like that. I can't remember what it is,
Yeah,
but
I would hang out with Ashley. She would know the fuck out of me, but she would probably be the best
Hello,
bestie.
Rosanna. He's
As
hanging
a
out with
friend.
a woman. No,
As a
he's hanging.
friend.
well, no,
he's
that's not
hanging
what you
out
said,
with a
sir.
Hang out with Ashley. I think she would be
Nah,
funny.
you implied. You implied.
So we're gonna move on. So just so I'll show you. You want to know what the drink was for the Nicaraguan one?
Yes.
It's called Mucana. MACU. Accent
My
over an A.
like my Hispanic family, like my mom, like never drank, so she never really
this
taught me.
traditional cocktail is made with white rum, guava juice, orange juice, lemon juice, simple syrup. It looks super refreshing and fantastic.
May I see a picture?
Yeah, I'll turn it around.
Okay.
No, you come around. You got to come around now.
All right, listeners.
So,
I'm gonna walk
listeners,
around.
she's gonna walk around here, and while we go over to the next topic, so that's what it looks like, right? So we're gonna go to. I fucking hate the title of this. Hold on, where is it? It's a 10 out of 10 penises.
Oh my god.
What was your favorite FFN moment? Kim, we'll start with you since we started with Ken.
Let's start with Ken because I need a moment to
It's
think.
a favorite FFN moment. It could be the funniest, the best feeling, or the highlight.
So for me, I mean, my favorite guest
No,
was still
moment.
probably when me and Kim just started randomly singing the same song
Oh
out
my
of nowhere.
god.
that
We didn't
ev-
plan that.
And everyone thought it was planned. All of a sudden we're
No.
like, in the arms of an angel. Or
But it was
whatever.
like a
But
K-pop.
in
It was
K-pop,
Arms
yeah,
of
we
a
changed
K-pop.
it. And we just hit it, and it's like, oh my God. And everyone was like,
Oh
yo,
my
yo,
God.
that bit was pretty good. And I'm like,
What bit?
that's what was great about the last episode, is that we got to like say, like, by the way, like 90% of the bits you thought were real, I mean, were fake, were real. And the stuff you thought was real were bits.
Yes.
Yes, because like people like would always be like, "Oh, like Kim's gonna say the thing," and it's like those are the bits, like the things are the bits, but the moments where it's like aren't those things, we're
Yeah.
like, no, that's like just off the cuff, bro.
For reference, I looked up our last episode air date.
When was it?
6/21/2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. Well, we're
Almost exactly 2 years.
Wait, hold on. Do you remember the name of the episode? I do. I know you, and you looked
No.
it up.
so
Absolutely
long.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
So
That's
I-
a great.
So I need
That's
you,
great reference.
so I need you to understand why this episode was scheduled today.
Oh.
Like,
Oh. Well, it was originally
I was
scheduled
about to say, it
earlier.
it was going to release today.
But then this bitch got
It was-
COVID.
Yeah, it was. But 2 weeks ago, it was
Right.
supposed to release today.
Yeah, then someone decided to get COVID, Arthur.
But I'm just telling you, it was not by mistake that it was scheduled to release today.
So
That's art.
I guess if I had to sum it up, for me,
See, I'm not dumb.
the best part was the podcast got me to be able to meet people that I probably never would have met,
That's fair.
like, and create because some of these people I'm still friends with.
Yeah.
I still chat with Odin Abbott and Professor Shy Guy and stuff like that. Not as much as we used to.
Shy Guy.
I love
like-
Professor Shy Guy.
Like I still chat with him from time to time.
I
and,
still
you know,
exchange Pokemon gifts with Odin makes.
Really?
Yes, I
I
do.
love him.
Every day. Every single day.
And I was sad because he stopped making videos for a while, but he's back now. So I don't know what happened, but like it was like a couple months where he stopped doing it, and I'm like, and then he's back, and I'm like, yay!
Odomax was fantastic.
It was
That
so, and I was so happy. It was as nice as, like people have their personas.
Yeah, yeah.
He was so nice, and even after the show, he was so nice about everything. Like just great dude.
Very nice.
Yeah, no, everything I saw about him, I loved.
Yeah.
Even when we like off air, like talked, he was, hey, part of the reason is like I don't really, Blizzard's had some controversial stuff, and he was very, very open about some
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, you know what, that all makes sense. I didn't know all that. Thank you for like breaking it down.
Yeah.
And he could have just been like, hey, asshole. I was like, but he was just very like,
Yeah.
hey. I'm like, I like you.
Like his persona, like on his videos, is very much who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and like I asked him a couple pointers for like making props and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like I mean, he would,
Yeah, he never hesitated.
yeah.
Yeah, $20 if I look on Pokemon Go right now. He
Okay.
sent me a gift.
Kim,
Yes.
what was your favorite highlight from FFN?
I think my favorite highlight was simply like the first time I was on, because I was like really nervous. And I mean, like, yes, I had like that like radio show I had.
On or when we had you on as our third.
No, when like the very first one, Chantal invited me on. Like I had never met you guys. Really, the only ways I had known you guys was through. Okay, he did send me a gift, but I sent him one today. Was
That's about
through like
$20.
listening through the episodes that I found out about after I had already been invited on. And it was just like I was very nervous. It was before COVID, so I was in studio, and it was just like really fun to be part of something that I hadn't like helped create, because when I was doing radio shows, I was always there. Like I was kind of like the Ken of the show when I had like that metal radio show in college.
It's the Arthur now.
The Arthur.
Arthur.
I know. I did the sudden stop of the episode thing. I hear you. I promise you guys we are going to be adjusting that going forward. We listen to the feedback. That's what we're here for. We're here to support and appease our bullshitters. So we appreciate it all. But this is the conclusion of part 1 of the Bourbon and Bullshit FFN, or aka the Full Frontal Nerdity Show reunion. Stay tuned next week. We're going to continue to reminisce and talk a little bit about life after FFN with the crew. If you're liking what you're hearing, please share, like, subscribe on all social media platforms, and continue to give us 5-star ratings. We love to hear the feedback and everything that you guys are enjoying. If you're not enjoying it, please give a 5-star review and write that in the comment itself. As always, don't text your ex, don't drink and drive, don't do anything stupid, and avoid Amazon one-click buy. Don't forget, we're on a goddamn budget. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, today's episode is brought to you by Burn, Termite, and Pest Control. I first met Joe Byrne on Full Frontal Nerdity Show and decided to give his company a try. They have been the best pest service I've ever had. From flexible scheduling, attention to detail, fair pricing, and everything you love about a small business, I highly recommend Joe Byrne and Burn Termite and Pest Control. It's a family-owned and operated business with over 30 years of experience in termite and pest. You can reach Burn Termite and Pest Control at 321-297-7985. Once again, 321-297-7985. And let them know Bourbon and Bullshit sent you. Thanks, guys. See you next time.